Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
This is where I earn my money.
In Genesee County, Michigan, a man from Mexico shows up in one of my investigations.
And why are you here?
Trabajo.
You're going to work on the roof here at this place?
While we had a little bit of a language barrier, we found a unique workaround.
I call my boss.
Call him, yeah. Call your boss.
But I'm still going to tell him to tomar asiento.
Me llamo Chris Hansen.
It's not good.
It's not good, is right. I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on TruBlu.
In Genesee County, Michigan, things have been heating up with men looking for sex with an underage girl.
We're ready to go. Our team is here. You've met them all.
The ghost detective and I review the text chat so far from a man who is just a few minutes out. And that man is 32-year-old Pablo.
It starts off saying hello, asks how much it was cost, and we ask how much for either fucking or sucking, and he says sex. We tell him $100 for our decoy. We talk about him wearing a condom. Told him we have one, and we told him that this guy's 15 years old and too young for a baby. He says, "Oh, really?" I did a thumbs up, and he asked for the address. So I asked him where he was coming from. He says Burton. I gave him the address.
And so right now, we think he's 8 minutes.
8 minutes out is what he texted approximately 3 minutes ago.
Got it. All right, let's get in position.
The woman posing as the 15-year-old girl missed a call from the man, so she calls him back as I listen in.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Sorry I missed that first call. I didn't even hear my phone vibrate.
Uh-huh. You speak Spanish?
No, I don't. I only speak English.
You're available
Available? Yes.
right now?
Right now, yes.
No police?
No police are here. Are you the police?
No.
Okay, good. So yeah, we are all set then.
Give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can just pull up right in the driveway. There's no cars there. And then like the front porch is right up front.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is where I earn my money, you know. See if I can mine that 4 years of honor Spanish I had at Brother Rice High School.
Since it doesn't sound like English is the man's first language, I know I've got my work cut out for me. But while we wait for him to arrive, he calls the decoy again.
He's calling again. Am I good to answer? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
I'm here.
You're here? Okay, hold on. Let me look outside the window real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right there. So like right after that black garbage can, that's our driveway. You can just pull in right there.
Okay. In the driveway?
Yeah, you can pull all the way into the driveway. Okay, I'll see you in a second. One male in the van. Van's off. Hello. Sorry, we just moved in, so that door still sticks a little bit. Yeah, so. I'm glad you found it, because like when some people put the address in, it brings them to like a different house. So it's super weird. I'm gonna go throw my phone on the charger real fast. I just opened some fruit snacks, if you want some fruit snacks. If you want fruit snacks, go ahead, I just opened them. I'm gonna go put my phone on the charger.
And that's my cue to make my entrance.
Hey, how are you? Take a seat, please. Take a seat. Have a seat. Tomar el asiento. Aquí. What is your name?
Pablo.
And what is your job? Trabajo.
Trabajo en el roofing, in the roofing.
Roofing industry.
Sí.
And why are you here?
Trabajo.
Trabajo. You're going to work on the roof here at this place? Mm-hmm. So you came here to work on the roof of this house?
Mm. Yes.
See. You don't know the girl?
No.
Because in the conversation you had with the girl, you said you wanted to have sex with her. Quiero sexo con joven de 15 años.
No.
See? It's in the transcripts.
No.
You talked online. You came over to have oral sex and intercourse.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
It's in the transcripts.
No.
Do you speak English?
No.
But you were able to talk on the phone.
No, no. I don't know.
Did you bring condoms? Did you bring condoms?
No.
No. What were you going to do here today?
No, and the work, the roofing.
The work on the roof. See, I know that's bullshit. ¿Cómo se dice in Spanish bullshit?
No sé.
Wrong? Lie? Do you have a driver's license?
No.
You don't have a driver's license?
No.
Then how did you drive your van here? How did you drive your van here to this house? But you don't have a driver's license?
No.
You never had a driver's license?
No.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you a citizen of the United States? A citizen de los Estados Unidos?
Licencia.
A citizen. Immigration. What is your country? Where are you from? What country are you from? Mexico? Mexico.
Sí.
And when did you come to this country? ¿Cuántos años en los Estados Unidos?
5 años.
Cinco. How did you get to the United States?
No entiendo. I don't understand.
You don't understand. How did you get into this country? Drive? Fly? Over the border? Inmigración. Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you a citizen of the United States?
No entiendo.
Hold on. Just keep your hands where I can see them. Do you have a passport? Do you have a green card?
Passport.
Passport. Do you have it with you?
En mi van.
Okay, we'll get that in a minute. Is it a U.S. passport or Mexican passport?
Mexican passport.
Mexican passport. So you're a citizen of Mexico. See? Are you here legally? Do you have citizenship? Do you have a green card?
No green card.
No green card. So you could be deported. You could be deported. You could have to go back to Mexico.
Go.
Va a la México.
México.
Sí. Va a la México. Deport.
Right now.
Yeah. Estás aquí legalmente.
Ilegalmente.
Ilegalmente. Sí. Estás aquí legalmente. ¿Legalmente o no?
Ilegalmente.
Illegalmente. So you could be deported.
Deportación.
Deportación. Deportación.
Right now.
Y, sí. For a crime.
Pablo then makes an odd request, but I know I can use this to my advantage, since I think Pablo is understanding more than he's letting on.
I call my boss.
Call him, yeah. Call your boss. Put him on speaker. On speaker. Speaker, so I can hear.
Cali. Me metí en un problema, Cali.
Hola, ¿qué pasó?
Sí, no, pues me metí en un pinche problema. Me dicen que me van a deportar.
Ah, ¿deportado?
Sí. Aquí estoy con unas personas que...
¿Pero dónde ahorita?
Aquí es que... Pues vea por güey. Mira, te lo voy a pasar.
¿Qué se llama? Carly? Carly?
Hello?
Yes, do you speak English?
Yeah, I speak English.
Hey, it's Chris Hansen. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Pablo is your employee?
Yeah, that's my worker.
Your worker. What does he do for you?
Roofing.
Roofing. And is he a legal citizen?
Well, he doesn't got his passport.
He's got a Mexican passport, but he does have a green card?
No.
Carly, Pablo has been caught in a sting operation trying to meet a teenage girl for sex.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm telling you, I am sure. I'm standing right here, and he walked in to a home after driving here after a sexually charged conversation to have sex with a girl he thought was 15. Has Pablo ever been in trouble before with the law?
No.
Because here's the thing, and I'm sorry, your name again is Carly?
Yes.
So he's going to be in trouble here. Has he ever been in trouble before?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. So, Pablo, there's something you need to know. Me llamo Chris Hansen. Soy un reportero televisión. And we do stories on men who try to meet kids for sex. And this is all part of a television investigation.
Oh, so he was in the trap then?
It was not a trap, it was a sting operation. And he started a conversation with somebody who told him clearly she was 15. And he came here after bargaining to have sex. Did you bring money with you, Pablo?
Mm-hmm.
Tiene dinero?
Dinero.
Dinero. It's a lot of money. How much were you going to give the girl for sex?
¿Cómo?
Ask Pablo, Carly, ask how much he was going to give the girl for sex. Ask him that in Spanish, please.
¿Qué dice?
Pero ¿qué pasó? ¿Te metiste un pedo?
Sí, no, pues,
¿Tampoco ibas a ese chico con la hija?
no.
Pero
Pablo.
dice que eso que iba a ser para que te lo pudieras, que ibas a pagar.
El verdad.
Sí,
¿Ibas a pagarte?
sí.
How do you react to that, Carly, that Pedro has been caught trying to allegedly have sex with a teenage girl?
No, but that's not good.
It's not good, is right. ¿Tiene niños?
Niños,
Niños?
en México.
En México.
Sí, tengo un hijo.
¿Cuántos años?
9 años tiene mi hijo.
9. ¿Hijo or hija?
Es hijo.
Okay.
Hombre.
9-year-old child you have at home.
¿Cómo?
A 9-year-old child you have at home.
¿Qué dice Cali? No entiendo.
Dice que tienes un hijo allá en México.
Sí,
¿De cuántos años?
de 8 años. De 9 años. 9 años.
He's got a child in Mexico who's 9 years old.
Yes.
So what's going to happen to Pablo now in terms of his job?
It's not going to be good for him.
It's not going to be good for him. Has Pablo been in trouble before with you or anybody else that you know of?
No, he never been in trouble with nobody.
Okay. How long has Pablo worked for you?
He's been working with me with 2 years already.
2 years.
Yeah.
Is he a good worker?
Yeah, he's a good worker.
Did you ever think he'd get caught trying to have sex with a teenage girl?
No.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
You're surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he can reach out to you later. There's some folks here in law enforcement who want to talk to him, so I'm going to let that happen. And I'm sure Pablo will touch base with you in a little bit.
Okay, so is he going to jail right now, or?
He's going to go for a little bit, yeah.
Oh.
But he can call you. He can call you after.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, what about the van?
You're going to have to deal with law enforcement on that. They will reach out to you regarding the van. Okay. So Pablo will likely call you back within the hour and have that conversation.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna need that advance for work tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, they'll work that out with you. They'll work that out. You'll get a call within the hour on that. And what is in the van? Are there tools in the van?
Yeah, just tools.
Okay.
Yeah, I got compressors and guns for
Yeah.
stop the roofing. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Well, they'll reach out to you. They'll reach out to you shortly on that. They'll take care of you. Don't worry.
okay.
Carly, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like the boss was more concerned about his work van than with his illegal employee.
Okay, Pablo. There's some men here who want to talk to you.
¿Qué dice? Sí.
We got one in Kroger right now.
Busca la manera de avisarle a mi esposa.
Give out the address.
Pablo is put in cuffs, searched, and brought down to the sheriff's office for further questioning with a translator.
Are you legal or illegal? ¿Tienes una tarjeta verde?
No.
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 ¿Cómo se dice work visa?
No, no tengo visa.
Okay. No. Illegal.
I get the impression that Pablo knew a little more English than he was letting on, but one thing's for sure, given the fact that he's got no green card and he admits that he's in this country illegally, it appears Pablo will be headed back to Mexico.
Pablo was charged with child sexually abusive activity, accosting and soliciting a minor, and using a computer to commit a crime. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. With the arrest of Pablo, an undocumented illegal immigrant, Genesee County, Michigan Sheriff Chris Swanson and I know that this case not only represents the pressing need to protect our children, but also the larger discussion of immigration and protecting our border.
Pablo, a resident of Mexico, an undocumented occupant of this country, drives his company truck, he's a roofer, works for a roofing company, to the sting location after communicating for sex with a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah. I don't care where you are on this position. It's a true life example of somebody who walked across the border, had a skill set. We don't know what he did in Mexico. He's got a family, he's got a wife, he's got a 9-year-old boy, but came here, regardless of his intentions, walked in, went to Texas, found a roofer, came up to Michigan, and now is in the city of Burton, which is 6 miles from where we are right now. And did not think of that 15-year-old victim as somebody who is truly doing this against her will and her ability to legally commit to the act. It's a scenario that we've all known existed.
A defense attorney could likely argue that he didn't understand what was going on. English is not his first language, obviously. Yet we have recordings of him talking to the decoy on the phone, and he sure seemed to understand that she was 15. He seemed to understand that he was paying for sex with a girl who was underage. And he brought money. It's a lot of money.
That's what defense attorneys do. They challenge legal arguments, and they also raise questions to try to shake the reasonable doubt defense. The standard we have in criminal court, beyond a reasonable doubt. But I know if I went to Mexico and I didn't speak Spanish and I wanted sex, I would know exactly what I would need to say. I would know who I need to talk to. He knew exactly what he was doing. He had a Google interpreter, but most importantly, we had an interpreter that took the confession. We had somebody that spoke Spanish that's from Peru, that he knew exactly what he was doing. And I will say, he was remorseful and apologetic.
He admitted to me that he was here illegally, that he didn't possess a green card, and that he didn't even possess a driver's license.
Checks all the boxes.
How does that happen?
Unfortunately, we have a broken system. We all can agree to that. And here again is where Ghost comes in. Ghost is the stopgap for a lot of these situations to continue. Again, had we not been there, that act would have taken place. He'd have gone back to his life, the victim would have gone back to his or her life, and repeat the cycle. That's why we have to be out there. I think people watching need to realize the mind of the predator. And sometimes the best way to do that is to think of it in your perspective. When you're hungry, starving, you think about what food you want and where you want to get it. And if you wait, that drive is only going to get worse. The craving is going to increase, and you're going to get something to eat. And we've all been where we are so hungry that we're just going to ravish the food. That's what predators do. They put themselves in position to feed their hunger. And the longer they wait, the more aggressive they are. The more aggressive they are, the worse on the victim.
Does it worry you that somebody like Pablo would be deported as opposed to prosecuted and then just circle right back around and take the same route into this country and do the same thing all over again?
That could happen. And that's no different than somebody who was arrested in this county. We take through the system. For whatever reason, there's a technicality, there's a deal cut, they go right back. That's what frustrates law enforcement, is sometimes we don't catch all the fish.
And if past be prologue, what do you think happens here? Does he serve time here if he takes a plea, or does he just go back?
Yeah. The likely scenario is once he gets charged and arraigned and bonded out, that he will be transported to a holding facility, and it will be expedited that he goes back to his home country, and that's at least one that was held accountable. And then those state charges will be dismissed.
But he could come back.
Let's hope not.
Watch TruBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen true crime documentaries and exclusive investigations.